Matt Ishbia needs to understand that right now you are on the verge of being recognized as the worst owner in the history of basketball. That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. Donald Sterling once owned an NBA franchise. James Dolan, until he recently hired Leon Rose, was on that trajectory. That's the trajectory, if you're Matt Ishbia, that you are on right now, being recognized as arguably the worst owner in the history of basketball.
Sure, you over the last couple of days probably saw a national reporter make some, ridiculous statements about you might be being the worst team owner or worst owner in professional sports history. Just kind of wondering what your response is, if you have one.
Yeah, so Stephen A. Smith, I don't take much he says seriously, I don't think many people do, to be honest with you. The things he said about Kevin Durant, just wrong and disrespectful. The things he said about LeBron James were just disrespectful and inappropriate. And so with that being said, I don't really think Stephen A. believes what he said. I think, he's doing his thing, he's on the mic and he's doing what he says. And I think he'll apologize to me because I think it's disrespectful to put my name and, aligned with anybody that was kicked out of the league or no longer part. If he wants to say for the first 2.5 years Matt Ishbia bought the team, we didn't win a championship, I think you probably said about almost every owner ever. But yeah, we had high expectations and we didn't win. We spent a lot of money and we didn't win. Yep. Be critical of me on that.
Is there a question, Molly, or you just want me to take it away?
Oh, no, I just wanted you to have
wanted
your solo shot, and I just wanted you to respond.
I like this. I
Hey,
like this
Danny.
solo shot. First of all, in all seriousness, Matt Ishbia is absolutely right. I do owe him an apology because I mentioned Donald Sterling. I thought I was making it clear I was talking about basketball. I certainly did not mean to compare him to a person that was thrown out of this league and has been widely recognized as a racist. I should not have mentioned Matt Ishbia's name in the same breath as Donald Sterling in that regard. I did not mean to do that. I was not talking about that Donald Sterling. I was talking about the Donald Sterling that would be sitting courtside, heckling his own players and never winning anything and didn't give a. That's the Donald Sterling that I was talking about in terms of how ineffectual he was or ineffective he was as an owner on a basketball court. I certainly did not mean to do that. So Matt Ishbia is absolutely right. And for that, I apologize. I'm a man. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. Unfortunately for you, sir, that's the only thing I'm wrong about. And that's the only apology that you're getting from me. Let's go one by one. First of all, with all due respect, you should have other problems than worrying about bringing up LeBron James and paying attention to that. I said what I said as it pertains to LeBron James. I meant every syllable of it. I ain't taking nothing back. And it is what it is. We are what we are with one another, and that's cool. It doesn't negate the fact that he's one of the greatest players to have ever lived, a great basketball ambassador who will be missed when he is gone. And regardless of whatever beef we have, I'm thankful for what he has meant to the game of basketball and what he has meant to all of our careers. That's what I have to say about LeBron James. When it gets to Kevin Durant, I stand by what I said about him. One of the greatest players to have ever played the game of basketball. I think from a talent perspective, Kevin Durant is top 5 all time. But the resume ain't there. Because you won when you went to Golden State. You lost everywhere else. And over the last 5 years, you've been bounced out of the first round a couple of times. You've been swept a couple of times. The one playoff series you did win in Phoenix was because Kawhi Leonard went down after game 2. And now you ain't even in the playoffs, okay? So it is what it is when I pointed to leadership, which brings me to Mr. Matt Ishbia. When Kevin Durant put out his tweet the other day, I gave him 2% of the responsibility. I don't know if you know that's a crime. It's a crime in today's NBA. You understand what I'm saying? One of these days, Very, very shortly, I'm going to dedicate a full episode of First Take to covering the NBA the way the players would want me to, the way the coaches would want me to, the way evidently Matt Ishbia would want me to, because everything is roses, you know. Nothing's wrong. I mean, 2% of the blame, my God. You get $50 million a year, you can't get to the playoffs, and I hold 2% of the responsibility to you, and that is a crime. But that's what it is with Kevin Durant. It is what it is. So be it. I'm not backtracking from that either. I question the leadership.
Right, y'all. So there you have it. That was Stephen A. Smith. And here's what happened. Stephen A. Smith, he decided to diss the Phoenix owner. And the Phoenix owner, he responded. And he said that Stephen A. Smith is basically a WWE wrestler. He has this over-the-top fake personality and he's doing too much. That is what the Phoenix owner said during a press conference. Stephen A. Smith, he decided to go on Twitter and he tweeted, "When I'm back in the studio, that's when I'm gonna respond to the Phoenix owner." And as y'all heard in the clip I'm gonna show y'all, Stephen A. Smith, he finally responded and he doubled down on it and he said that the Phoenix owner is actually the worst NBA owner of all time. And Stephen A. Smith, he has the right to have his own opinion. And he's saying that basically they spent a lot of money on stars and players, but they're not getting anywhere. They're not seeing any success. And he's saying that this owner should just leave his position because he is trash, according to Stephen A. Smith. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.